First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 90 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Mike 46. Mike 46.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarado. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. They'll set up a throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarado. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, some strong running. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alvarado. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 2nd and 3. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Down, black 40.
Go.
Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Arnold. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Arnold. And he comes back with one complete. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Alvarado. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come through.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready, go.
Back to throw. Arnold eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Looking to throw. Arnold.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
50 red. 50 red.
Come again. Here I come again.
Operating from the gun. Arnold. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Arnold.
Not today.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Sometimes you get a first and goal, you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. 46 to Mike. 46.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alvarado. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alvarado. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
To throw on third down, Arnold.
All day, just like that.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing on first down, Arnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Looking to throw. Arnold flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Smith, red. Opposite, green, black swap. 10.
Back to throw. Arnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Ready?
3rd and goal. This LA Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Looking to throw. Arnold. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
Touchdown, 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have retaken a third-quarter lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah. You might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. As they convert here for 2. So they go with the pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Bellamy.
The pass. Complete to number 7.
3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And this is
Looking to throw. Finds his target. It's Bellamy. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
a gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Rams first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Rams.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Arnold. And this is going to be intercepted. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This is 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 36 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Inside the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's first down.
Check, 47. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and a yard. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put it into this thing. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 54 yards. And the 49ers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down.
Hey, check. 47's the mic.
They'll look to throw.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He finds his man complete. It's Franklin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these.